Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the best way to prepare for Destiny 2 PvP. If you're like me, you're super excited to get into that shiny new Crucible. Alternatively though, you might be planning on playing Destiny 2 having been away from Destiny 1 for some time, or perhaps you've never even played it before. Whatever the case may be, you'd like to know how to get off to the best possible start when the game drops. Well, good news! I have a few tips for doing just that, but please, before you hit dislike or spam the comment section with negativity, no, I'm not telling you how to perfectly play Destiny 2 PvP, as it isn't even out yet. This is how to best prepare for it with what we already have available to us through a mixture of game knowledge, common sense and scientific research. Yes, genuinely scientific research in a Destiny video. Stay with me here, alright? Now surprise, you'll need a copy of Destiny 1 to do this. Secondly, you'll need free time. Got those? Okay, great, let's get good. Shall we start with the science bit? Well, I recently watched a TED talk on how to learn any new skill by a guy called Josh Kaufman, which I'll link to in the description if you want to see it. In the talk, he covered the myth that it takes 20,000 hours to learn a skill and how it truly doesn't. Otherwise, we'd all struggle to do basically anything. The 20,000 hours is actually what was quoted as the requirement for athletes getting to the very pinnacle of their sport. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't have any time to run any laps or whatever. There's far too many people that need shooting in the face online. What it actually takes to learn a skill is around 20 hours, which sounds a lot better than 20,000. So my plan is to try to play Destiny for at least an hour every day I can manage until Destiny 2 drops. You'll be surprised by how much of an improvement you can make doing this. If you feel like it, you could record your gameplay and watch it back to compare how you're improving as the weeks pass by. But what should you do when you're playing? Well, you should focus on primary weapons. From everything we've seen, Destiny 2 currently looks to be a game focused around gun skill and positioning. Abilities have been nerfed and special weapons are now power weapons, so you'll use them a lot less aside from the sidearm. Now, while I was recording the footage for this video, I came across Aztegros's video about the same subject, which I'll also link to in the description. We have some differing tips, but he made a great one which I decided to also implement with my own twist. He suggested using gunsmith weapons and also blue or green armor that lowers the cooldown of your abilities. This will get you used to the slower cooldown times that will be in Destiny 2 and also means you'll be practicing your basic gun skill rather than using any OP weapons that you currently have. By the time Destiny 2 comes around, you'll be able to perform with almost any weapon you're handed due to the practice you've had with these super average or mediocre weapons. Now, I extended this to any blue and green weapons I could find so I had more variety, and you should use a variety of weapons. Round out your skill set with all weapon types and archetypes you can, and make sure to use that Doctrine archetype of auto rifle specifically, because all the reports I've heard say it performs similarly to a submachine gun in Destiny 2. Beyond this, make sure you aren't relying too much on abilities and perhaps practice with weaker ones. Titan skating and such like is not in the game at the minute from what we've seen. I'm running a gunslinger a lot because the gunslinger class looks very similar in Destiny 2. I'm also using incendiary grenades as they don't track to the target and make you consider how to properly use a grenade. It's a skill nade and it's also going to be in Destiny 2 from the footage currently available. Special little tip, maybe get used to using area of effect nades like the solar nade, as taking damage now stops a revive or the taking of ammo. So being able to accurately land these on power ammo or revives could be very valuable. After all this, make sure you play the beta if you're planning to pre-order Destiny 2. Regardless of if you do that or not, we'll then have an even better idea of what to expect from Destiny 2 PvP by watching whatever content gets put up on YouTube. Finally, where PvP is concerned, you need to be prepared for Destiny's current terrible lag issues. Stay strong, Guardian, it will be worth it. Now, if any of this is a problem, you can always go into private matches with your friends and perhaps only use primary weapons for great practice. Or if push comes to shove and you only have a few minutes here and there, then you could always go and shoot Fallen the Cosmodrome or somewhere, as they're a similar height to a Guardian. I hope all this helps. If you enjoyed the video, then hit that like button. If you're new around here, then hit that subscribe button to see future helpful content. I'm looking forward to Destiny 2, I'm Get Good Guy, and I'll see you next time. Laters.